back to Creepcast. Today we're going to be reading a classic, Sandman. Isaiah, I know that you've read this one before.
Yes, so this one is all the way back from 2013, and it was uploaded to creepypasta.com, and the author is Tam Lin, and then they have no other stories posted and no other information that I could find.
Yeah, at least
so this
know.
is like one of the OG, like anonymous author uploads something scary, and this got covered by all the like creepypasta reading channels and stuff like that. So this is one of the classics.
I mean, we're looking at the rating here, 9.04 out of 10 on Creepypasta Wiki or creepypasta.com. So
which can
good.
go either way, remember, because sometimes
no. Well, I'm sure this instantly recognizable classic from June 17th, 2013 will be flawless in its execution. I will say, I hope I know you've read it, so don't spoil this for me. But I do hope that somehow, some way there's nothing more scary. Well, that's not true. There's a lot of scary things. I think what's something that's scary is the idea of like somebody watching you while you sleep.
There's a lot of scary things.
Well, I was going to say, there's nothing scarier than a person watching while you sleep. But I mean, like, there's far more things that are more frightening than that. But the concept of someone watching you while you sleep fucks me up. I don't know, like, out of a lot of things that are like scary tropes, that's one that really bugs me. And I'm hoping that this one, it goes to like, just like a 60-year-old like Polish guy just standing in a corner being like, go to sleep.
Is that your idea of like the ultimate form of fear of an old Polish man?
Yeah, some Eastern European guy eating a raw potato in a corner and telling me to go to sleep. Go to sleep. I watched Nosferatu last night, and now my head is just all on that kind of voice. Go to sleep. That's kind of Chinese. Go to sleep. Editor, cut that.
No, don't cut that. Chinese Nosferatu. There it is.
Right, definitely cut that.
I was trying to prime it so you would get to that.
No. But yeah, I don't know. I hope it goes there. Dream, I don't know how much of a fan. We've covered some stories, right, where it's like, oh, have we really covered a story that's like, oh, I'm dreaming, and what's like kind of like
I mean, it's been an element in some stories. I feel like it was an element to the dead girl in my yard. It's the best friend I ever had. We tried to read that story bedtime. That's one of the classics, also, and you got so mad.
Also, one, bedtime. For dearest viewers, you have to realize bedtime was a tough episode. It was not. We did not make it through bedtime. And I will say, I think it was like number one on creepypasta.com. So
it's one of the tops of all time.
It's one of the top. I think it's actually over the Sandman.
You just people ask us to cover it all the time. And I'm like,
maybe maybe it was a bad day. Maybe we should revisit it. I don't know. But, well, I mean, shit. Should we start going then?
Yeah, I was trying to look up an author to see how many stories we've covered from them, and thank God the Creepcast Wiki has all the information that I've ever forgotten about myself. So,
yeah, I don't remember 2 days ago. Let alone. So when people were like, "Remember this episode?" No, I don't. I don't remember anything. And it isn't even a spite. It's just my brain is mush. It's not good. It's a bad brain. No sleep, horrible diet. That'll do it to you. That makes your brain, my brain is smooth like a bowling ball. How I'm even able to talk, I don't know.
I do want to say, because I saw a post about it, the author, whose name I should remember right now, the author of The Thing in My Basement Takes a Step Closer. After we covered it on Creepcast, you guys threw that to, on the Amazon bestseller list.
Yeah, how cool is that? Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are awesome for that. That's very cool of everyone.
Yeah, they're fucking incredible, man.
Marcus Cleaver, that's his name.
Marcus Cleaver.
Yeah. It's on the USA Today's best-selling books list. That's what it got to. Yeah,
pretty awesome. If you guys haven't checked it out yet, please check out some of the books that we suggested. It's like I used to live here, right? And then it was, or we used to live here.
Yeah, and The Caretaker.
The Caretaker and We Used to Live Here are both of his books. I mean, you know, the proof is in the pudding. When the man takes a step in my basement. Great fucking episode. I love that people also responded to it so well as much as we did. So very, very cool. And also just, you know, most fucking supportive community on the internet. I swear to God, it's insane. Yeah. So very, very cool. Appreciate that. Also, check us out on Spotify. You know, maybe you're listening, maybe you're watching our ugly faces and you say, God, how do I listen to this podcast without having to see this grotesque, pale, curly-headed fuck that's in front of me? Well, Spotify. Well, to be fair, there's video there too, but you can just listen to it without the video. So there you go. Pretty good sell. The we also have. I know this has been
great job.
I know this has been dynamic as fuck so far, and you're probably wondering, God, how do I get extra of this? Well, we have a Patreon where we have extra episodes. We just uploaded the Pastel Man there yesterday, I believe. And it's been fun seeing people react to that.
Vincent V. Cava, one of the OG goats who I read all the time when I was younger.
One of Isaiah's favorite childhood authors there. He's
and the Pastel Man was one I really enjoyed, so he just uploaded that to Patreon.
Yeah, that was one of our last batch of like in-person recordings too. So if that interests you, feel free to check out that episode on patreon.com/Creepcast. Otherwise, Isaiah, let's get into it. Let's read the Sandman.
Let's read the Sandman and see if this is actually any good at all.
Night. Into night. Take my hand. We're off to Never Land. Yeah. Set the jaws up the light. Heavy thoughts tonight. In the honest no way. Yeah, dude. You know it's a sick concert? Metallica 1991 Moscow, when they played for like 1 million people, and there's like fucking combat helicopters flying over, and they open the show with that song. Look it up. It's sick. Okay, we ready?
I guess. The story opens with a quote, so it's all you.
Okay. It's Edgar Allan Poe. Should I make him like Dungog?
Sure.
Those who dream by day are cognizant of many things that escape those who dream only at night.
Edgar Allan Poe, as he famously said and sounded like.
Yeah, I'm dead as fuck in the streets right now, dude. Yeah, these fucking opium.
That man was a hero.
Yeah, this fucking opium is fucking me up big time, dog.
Don't talk about him like that.
Yeah, that's the Raven author. Yeah, quoth the Raven.
That's the guy that wrote the Raven. He wrote the Telltale Heart. Show some respect.
Yeah, nevermore.
Hey,
nevermore.
Hey, you stand for our flag.
Yeah,
you stand for that flag.
Yeah, nevermore. Nevermore am I buying opium from a Chinaman in a fucking back alley bar. Nevermore.
Now I want to hear the entire Raven poem in of that voice.
Quoth the Raven. I'm fucked.
I mean, that's kind of that's sort of the synopsis of the story, I would say.
Yeah, pretty much. Yo, my bitch fucking died, and I'm bummed. Why the fuck's there a bird in my library? That's pretty much the Raven. That's
nevermore.
Yeah, nevermore. Yeah, what the fuck? You could talk? Yeah, this is
you guys
fucked
something to
up.
say? Do you want to fight? Do you want to fight me right now?
I like the idea of him I like the idea of him with like a pen and quill. He's like writing. He's like, yeah, this shit's fucking spooky. Yeah, I'm fucking scared of myself right now, man. Yeah, I'm fucking scared. Hope I don't have no nightmare tonight. Classic.
Sounds like Bam Margera.
Yeah. Hey, Phil. Hey, Abe. Yeah, we're gonna fuck with Abe before she has to get up for work.
We released an all-knowing raven into her room.
Yeah, we put a demonic raven in Abe's room. Phil has to get up in 2 hours for work.
Oh, come on, Bam.
Bam, come on, Bam. Nevermore, Bam, get the bird out the room. He comes in, hairline all fucked like Edgar Allan Poe and stuff. Yo, Dad, I'm an author. Yo, Dad, I like to write stories now. Yo, look at me write this book, Dad.
I like to write creepy stories in Baltimore. I'm going to die outside of an election booth.
That's so crazy. That's how that started. Also, we've made it one quote. Let's keep going.
It's another quote. Good luck.
God damn it. Even as it can't. Okay, so Go to bed and wait for the Sandman.
Even as it came out of James's mouth, it seemed to him a strange thing to say, and he was not sure why he had. But for some reason it worked. Daniel went to bed. The next morning, though, he asked,
"What does the Sandman look like?"
James was making breakfast. Daniel sat at the table, short legs swinging under his chair.
"Nothing really. It's just an expression." "What does it mean?" "Just something people say."
Put a plate of eggs in front of Daniel and kissed him on the top of his head. He thought that'd be the end of it, until he saw the Sandman for himself.
So wait, hold on a second. Can I just say that? Did a child just say? Did the child just say it's just an expression?
No, James is the dad.
Okay, so James said, "Okay, yeah, nothing really. Okay, it's just an
yeah." James just told his son, "Go to bed and wait for the Sandman," and then his son's like, "What's that? What's he look like? What's it mean?" His dad's like, "It's just an expression."
Okay, all right. I see. For a second, I thought the child was like, "I don't know, Dad. It's an idea. It's more of an ideology." He's like,
"It's more of a concept. It's a paradox. It's like light. It is, but it isn't. It's a wave, and yet it's a string.
Crawls
it
up the wall
should not
backwards.
exist, yet it does.
Crawls up the wall backwards like a land crab. Son. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, get the fuck down from there. Yeah, this is fucking weird.
Bam dressed as Edgar Allan Poe.
Yeah,
Yo, this is like that Raven thing I wrote about.
Yeah, Dad,
I'm gonna go do
seeing
opium
black
now.
birds, Dad.
I'm seeing black birds. Dad, help. Oh. And that I was laughing at that line until he saw the Sandman for himself. It's very classic, like scary story setup, but it also reads like
the creature.
He thought he'd be fine. That's before he got hit by the creature. Yeah,
He was eating his scramby eggs, but then he saw the creature.
Yeah, he was crossing the street, but it turns out the creature was driving a tractor trailer with no brakes directly towards him.
Yeah, the creature had just purchased a 1995 Chevy Astro with a bad transmission.
I thought it would be safe to cross the street. That's when I realized the creature had gotten his CDL.
Yo, get the fuck out the way. That's what the creature sounds like too. Yo, beep beep. I'm driving here.
I like someone trucking towards a group of kids crossing the street and they say out loud, "Beep beep, yeah. I'm driving here."
Beep beep. Get out the way.
All the time in the world to stop. Doesn't.
If he had that much time to, I mean, and I don't want to put the blame on the children, but could they have not have ran out of the way?
Yeah, what kind of dumb kid doesn't know how traffic laws work?
Well, how far away is he? Is he pretty far? Is it no,
you're
close?
Right.
Like
children should be victims. Children should be victims, I think.
I just love victim blaming the children who should have dive rolled, tucked and rolled out of the way. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
They have to be like Rambo.
They had any survival instinct. Exactly. He was getting ready for bed and stopped by Daniel's room to check on him while he slept, as he often did. It was such a routine precaution that when he saw a pale, naked man sitting on the edge of Daniel's bed.
Wait, what? We're already in it?
Rocking back and forth. It took a moment for him to process what he was seeing.
You're saying
these old stories, they did not have time to goof around.
Oh my God.
It was like, look, we're here. The monster's here. Let's get into it.
Oh my God. I mean, it was one scramby egg breakfast of being like, what does the Sandman look like? I don't know. Well, he looks like a 53-year-old naked man, dude.
This is pretty close to your old Polish guy.
All he needs is a potato. If he busted a potato, I'm dying. Then if there is a potato eaten in this episode, the show is done. I want you to know that right now.
Dangerous ground.
I also love it. Took me a moment. It took him a moment for him to process what he was seeing. So I like that he goes up to the doorway. He looks in. There's like a kid peacefully sleeping with a full-fledged naked adult on it, and he's like, "Yeah, what the hell? Hold on. Yeah, this is okay. This is odd. Wait, hold on. This is a naked guy. Like it took him that long to realize like that his child's in danger."
I control search the word potato, and there was a user named Potato who commented on it. So do we have to end the show now?
No.
Okay, all right.
I'm saying if the Sandman was like the Sandman took out like a rust potato from his crack or something, and then just like started eating it, then I'd be like, wait, it's done. It's done. That's too big of a bear trap.
We're done. Yeah. He reacted the way any father would, of course. He ran into the room screaming. For a moment, he thought about attacking the intruder. But then the man on the bed turned, and that's when James saw that it wasn't really a man. It was a pale, slithery thing, hairless and warped.
This is awesome.
His joints turned the wrong way, and his body out of... Okay, all right. I need to lock in. Here's the difference. Well, okay, all right. Hold on. I have to justify myself a little bit.
Finish this paragraph real quick, though, because it's good.
Its joints turned the wrong way and its body out of shape with itself. When it moved, it was like an insane marionette dancing on a stage.
That's a lot of emotions going on in one scene.
There's a lot happening in one paragraph.
Yeah, he I like that. He reacts and he dads.
That's actually almost a sentence. That entire paragraph is nearly one sentence.
It's one giant run-on sentence. What I love about it, though, is I like that he's like, he reacted any way at Dad would. He's like, ah! He like runs and screaming, ah! And then his screams of anger probably turned to screams of terror when the fucking, like, I don't know, vegan alien body man turned around. You know what I'm talking about? The vegan body where it's like they're really skinny, but they have like a pot belly. Like they got like, it's like kind of like an alien body. I like to think he turned around like that with a slithering face. And then the dad was like, oh, ah, ah! He's freaking out. And the kid is still sleeping through all this. It's insane to me. It's so good.
It's also like with these old stories, the context it was being approached in was so different because this was such a niche corner of the internet and everyone would take it super seriously all the time.
I love that.
So like a sentence in there would have read more like you'd have creepy music playing and the reader would be like, it was a pale, slithery thing, hairless and warped. Its joints turned the wrong way. And like it'd be like that. Rather than when you read it all at once, it's a lot more abrasive.
If you have that context, though, Isaiah, read the story like that. If that's the way we should be reading it, 100%.
I'll give this next paragraph a chance. I'll give it a chance.
Yeah, let's try it.
All right. James froze. The skittering thing watched him. He felt spreading warmth, and he realized he'd pissed his pants.
Rating it slower was too much of a good comedic beat. He realized he pissed his pants. Oh, fuck. Oh, darn it. Yeah,
he looked up at the creature and said, I can't believe you just pissed my pants.
I pissed my pants, but then I found out it was the creature's piss.
It was the creature that pissed. Yeah, there it is. Only when he remembered that Daniel was still there in bed, staring at the broken shaped thing sitting a foot away, did he regain the courage to move. He grabbed Daniel and ran. In the hall, he turned to see if the thing would follow them, but it didn't. For a moment it watched and then, moving like a stop-motion nightmare, it crawled to the window and jumped out, leaving only the billowing curtains to mark its passing.
Okay. I mean, first off, the reading is way more effective that way, I think. So I think you should keep doing that moving forward. But also, at first I thought that this was going to be, because I would say typically the Sandman archetype is usually like an old man. It's like an old,
typically.
Like, the what?
Typically, yeah.
Yeah, like old bearded man, whatever. Like usually resembling like, I don't know, time or some shit like that. So to me, I thought that this was like not like a magic man, I thought it was like a manifestation or something, right? So so when I heard just right now that the creature just jumped out the window, I was a little surprised because I think to myself, well, where are you going? Where are you gonna go? Where is this marionette vegan bodied man gonna run off to? Is what I want to know. He gets in the Chevy Astro and drives off. Yeah. Eating meat is murder. Jumps out the window.
It's just really like a huge PETA protester.
It's a PETA protest. Fucking, yeah.
He's in there to kill their dog because it's like immoral to have pets or something.
You know, the classic PETA protest.
Yeah, the classic PETA protest.
Well, we have to do that to show how vicious it is.
We have to do that because he'd want to be dead. Trust me.
Yeah, he trusts me. Look at him. He's so sad. So the dog's like looking up at him, smiling. Woof. He's like, it's okay. Don't scream at me. I'll kill you soon.
Doesn't know how bad he has it.
Yeah. Stupid little bastard doesn't realize he's being tortured. You hear that? You fucking idiot. You're sad. Sandman. PETA man.
Title card. PETA man.
Yeah, the PETA. It's time to talk about something scary. Your health. I know I don't go in the doctor as much as I should. If I'm feeling sick, I'll just lie in bed and sleep it away. But that's only because I don't want to have to deal with the appointments, insurance, and blah, 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 blah. That's why I have ZocDoc. ZocDoc is a free app and website where you can search and compare high-quality in-network doctors. Choose the right one for your needs and click to instantly book an appointment. We're talking about in-network appointments with more than 100,000 healthcare providers across every specialty, from mental health to dental health, eye care to skin care, and much more. And the nice thing about ZocDoc is that you can filter for doctors that take your insurance, are nearby, and are highly rated. It's super easy to use, and you can find an appointment time that works for you with the right doctor for your needs. Plus, ZocDoc appointments happen fast, typically within just 24 to 72 hours of booking. You can even score same-day appointments. You don't want to admit it, but you should probably see a doctor. So stop putting off those doctor's appointments and go to ZocDoc.com/Creepcast to find and instantly book a top-rated doctor today. That's ZocDoc.com/Creepcast. ZocDoc.com/Creepcast. Thank you, ZocDoc, for sponsoring the episode. Back to our spooky story.
I want to take a moment to thank today's sponsor, Ridge Wallet. At this point, you all know Ridge for many of their fantastic and rugged products, like their power banks, their luggage, and their premium everyday gear. And of course, we can't forget about the Ridge Wallet. I've had a Ridge Wallet for the past 6 years, and I don't see myself ever going back. They're the most compact, stylish, and durable wallets on the market. But right now, Ridge is back with their legendary sweepstakes for the 6th year in a row, and this time, it's the biggest ever. Sweepstakes runs from July 24th to September 8th, and 2 lucky winners will get to pick between a Lamborghini Huracan Storado, the world's first off-road supercar of which there are only 1,500 in the world, a twin-turbo Ford Hennessy Velociraptor, basically an American muscle car inside of a truck, a custom-built Bronco with scratch-resistant Kevlar and 37-inch off-road tires, or 100 grand in cash. Personally, I know a lot of people are going to gravitate towards the Lamborghini because it's a Lamborghini, but I could get up to some trouble in an off-road Kevlar-coated Bronco. And the way the sweepstakes works is it's completely free to enter. Just go to ridge.com and sign up. But if you were already thinking about getting a Ridge wallet or power bank or whatever, now's a great time because purchasing something from ridge.com gets you additional entries. Obviously up until September 8th when the sweepstakes ends. So if you've been needing a great wallet or something else from the site that you've had your eye on, then now would be the perfect time to get on board because you just might get a Lamborghini out of it. But you know, I'm no businessman. I just pretend to be one. But that sounds like a pretty good deal. So if you're looking to upgrade your wallet and your ride, you can head to the link in the description at ridge.com and use discount code Creepcast to get 10% off your order and get more entries in their biggest sweepstakes ever. So if you want a Lambo, a Ford Bronco, a Hennessy Velociraptor, or 100 grand in cash and 10% off of whatever you get from Ridge, again, head to the link in the description at ridge.com and use discount code Creepcast to get in on their offer today. And after your purchase, if you could let them know that we sent you, it would really mean a lot. Thank you to Ridge for sponsoring the show. Their link will be in the description, and we are now back to the episode. James had trouble talking to the police. He reported a break-in, but when asked to describe the intruder, he didn't know what to say. How could he make the... He didn't know who to say pissed his pants. How could he make the ordinary man in the blue uniform sitting at his kitchen table while 2 of his colleagues searched the house understand a thing like he'd seen? He couldn't even understand it himself.
I really hate that line. I really, really hate that line. I mean, how could he make the ordinary man in the blue uniform just say the police officer? I mean, just say the police. What are we trying to say? Was he a police officer or did he work at Jiffy Lube? I'm not sure.
He's trying to abstract the concept of a police officer.
A police officer. Just say, how can I convince the police what I just saw? Like, just say that, dude.
The ordinary man in
how could I say
uniform.
that to the man with skin and hair and a toupee and blue shirt? How could I convince him what I see? And you're like, well, who are you talking to? Yeah, polka dot nose.
I thought he was talking to the police. Yeah, that's pretty much what he's talking to. Okay, why didn't you say that?
Yes, that's pretty much it.
I have to go. Actually, I have a call. So
Sandman.
One moment, please.
Did you forget you're reading The Sandman? By the way, you pissed yourself. I did? No, I peed on you. The Sandman. I'm pissing all over the place. Oh my God!
Check your pants, huh? Check again.
Yeah, it reeks. I haven't drank water in 4 days.
It's all the asparagus because, as mentioned, I am in PETA.
Yeah, all I do is drink Nesquik and Red Bull. Sandman.
Like that is every time Sandman says there's like a trumpet blare and like a title card. Sandman.
Or a harp, like a sleepy harp. Sandman.
To make it worse, Daniel's memory did not correspond to James. He described an ordinary looking burglar.
A man in a mask.
James thought about it. Had it been a mask? No, it would have to have been a full costume, and an elaborate one. Something like they would use for a movie. And that would not explain the way it moved. But in the end, he simply echoed his son's testimony.
A man in a mask. A burglar.
The lie unsettled him almost as much as what had happened. The doctors said Daniel wasn't hurt and showed no
I forgot we're in 2013. Hey, here's the snap back to 2013.
Hold on, I gotta get through it in the voice.
Yeah, reset.
I gotta get through the voice. The doctor said Daniel wasn't hurt. Showed no signs of molestation. James was relieved.
My God, man, what a snapback. There was no signs of molestation. James was relieved.
No.
Come on.
Cut that. You gotta censor that one.
You gotta cut that one.
Yeah, just blur that. Just bleep that one a little bit. Oh.
The Sandman made me sad. I dreamt it. But you pissed your pants. God damn it, did you pee on me? Yeah.
They stayed at a motel for a couple nights until they felt ready to come home. But then James had a new security system installed, along with bars on the windows. He didn't like the sight of them in Daniel's room, but it seemed like the only thing to do. James was frightened the first night back in the house, but Daniel, strangely, was not. When asked if he felt okay sleeping alone, he just said yes. In the end, it was James who found himself wishing he were not sleeping alone. He was up all night listening for the sound of anything moving in the house. Although he had convinced himself that his memory was faulty and that it had been a normal, albeit probably deeply disturbed, man in his son's room, when he closed his eyes, even for a moment, he pictured bloodless skin and a twisted, inhuman face. He found himself wondering, why my house? Why my family? He knew, of course, that there didn't have to be a reason. But still, he wondered. We could spend 3 hours just waiting on every weird sentence structure and choice of words.
He wondered
why my family, and then the sentence of Of course, he knew there didn't have to be a reason. It's like, okay, then why?
Why even say that then? I really, really love, he convinced himself that his memory was faulty and that it had been it's like a normal naked man, albeit probably deeply disturbed. I can't confirm and I don't want to speculate on his mental state. But the naked man sitting on his bed, he probably was disturbed.
I breezed by it earlier, but when it's like, it couldn't have been a mask. It would have had to be a whole costume. And then it says, it would have been a full costume, an elaborate one, something like they would use for a movie. It's like, yeah, I know what a costume is.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah. It's a good costume. I got it. It's a believable costume.
Or like the sentence, it's like, probably. The lie unsettled him almost as much as what happened. It's like, are you sure?
Probably something in Harry Potter. A fantasy film of some sort.
He would look kind of like a Horcrux.
With a decent production value. Something that people definitely spend time spending money on.
This is throwing me back to that investigator and the thing in the basement.
Yeah.
Like, it's better at mimicking people.
Monster Hunter, huh?
Yeah. That's where we're at. 2 weeks later, Daniel stopped talking. James didn't notice at first.
What do you mean? What do you mean you didn't?
See, just like that. Every sentence is a roadblock.
What are you talking about? 2 weeks later, your son goes mute, and you're like, I didn't really catch it at first. But the end of that sentence is, kids went through quiet phases sometimes. Do they? What do you mean? I mean,
dude, hold on. Listen to the way the rest of this reads. But eventually, he tried to get Daniel to talk, and he wouldn't. Eventually, it became clear that he couldn't. Like, how? What? Like you go to your kid,
eventually,
and you're like, "Hey, you want spaghetti for dinner?" And he's like, and you're like, "All right, meatballs it is." Like,
well, my little boy's growing up. This is his quiet phase.
Yeah, the dad just talks in that voice normally for like normal interactions.
Yeah, do you want lasagna or Pop-Tarts for dinner? It's like the son's like writing on a paper. He says, Pop-Tarts for dinner, question mark. All right. Toaster strudels it is.
That's not what I said. I can't hear you.
Yeah.
I'm making Pop-Tart lasagna.
I remember when I went through my blind, deaf, mute phase when I was a child. Classic.
Happened to the best of us.
Happens to the best of us. Puberty. What a concept.
Sandman.
You pitched a pizza.
What a concept. Is that, did you just make a Max reference? Is that what that was?
What is it?
Never mind. Back to the doctor they went. Nothing wrong with him that we can see was the diagnosis. It's not a diagnosis. Okay. Was it the trauma? James asked. Could be, they said. Sometimes these things come on late.
Pretty good doctors. Is it a trauma?
It's a really good doctor.
I don't know. Maybe. Could be. Could be. I don't know. Give him Ritalin. Tell him to go to sleep. Thank you, doctor.
Sandman. Children can be a Children can be a mystery, even to those who know them best. They recommended a child psychologist whom James couldn't afford. He could not, for that matter, even afford the bill they were giving him now.
Fuck off, dude.
Nothing.
It's always something extra. It's like we get it. He's not well off, you know. But if anything, it's actually kind of charming that every time you say something like, it's like, I couldn't drink the glass of milk, and I couldn't even eat the slice of pizza because I was lactose intolerant. It's like, just wrap
and then there would be another sentence after that that's like, in fact, I don't think could drink milk at all, even before this. It's like, yeah, that's what lactose intolerant
that's what that means.
Thank you. Yeah. Nothing seemed to help. Daniel would write out answers to questions sometimes, but never more than a yes or no. When James would ask him what was wrong, or if he's...
Why would it never be more than yes or no? What do you want?
Like I said, this could be a 10-hour story.
What do you want for dinner? Yes. Okay.
Starts punching him.
Yeah, the dad starts wailing on him. Just speak!
When James would ask him what was wrong, or if he'd seen or heard anything that frightened him, Daniel would only stare. He seemed furtive and bemused. James found himself missing the sound of his son's voice. Sometimes he wanted to hear it so bad that he ached. But it seemed that Daniel would not talk again until he was ready.
I miss the way that Daniel sang Mambo Number 5.
I'm getting a headache.
Making me very
like reading this story. I feel like I'm losing my mind.
You're doing great though. I mean, this is a completely new approach to how you've been doing this, and I'm giddy.
James had other things to worry about too. He was convinced beyond reason that the intruder was not really gone. Though the alarm never went off and the locks and bars remained undisturbed, he was sure that he heard movement in the night. Not normal movement. It was a sound like a huge snake slithering through the house. When he heard it, he imagined horrible things. Nothing was ever there when he went to investigate, though he often thought he glimpsed something just out of the corner of his eye. A pale foot or a misshapen shadow that would slink away as soon as he turned. He rarely slept, and when he did, he had haunted dreams. Soon he realized he had not left the house in weeks, except to go to the bank and buy groceries. He felt hemmed in. I like the little mention that's like, well, he also had to go to the bank because he needed money for the groceries. It's like, thank you for that.
How was I to buy the groceries without money from the bank? So I talked to the teller, who exchanged me money from my account, and I put it in my wallet.
But then I realized that I had overdrafted the account, so I had to talk to the teller about the account. And they said there wasn't anything they could do, but the teller was actually someone I knew from high school, so she was able to bypass the system a little bit, which I really appreciate from her. And with that, I got the money to get groceries, but otherwise, I hadn't left the house in weeks.
I tried to get money out. I tried to get money out for groceries, but it turns out my account had been overdrafted $7,000. I guess the Indian phone scam was real after all.
Hey, so not to be unprofessional, but while I was reading just then, I started to feel faint. And I think it's because, for one, I haven't eaten today. And also, I was doing such a breathy voice and I was getting like exacerbated. Can you read? Caleb brought me a burrito she got me. Can you read like a paragraph?
I will. That's, if you would have passed out reading Sandman, that would have been the greatest moment on Creepcast history.
I was reading and I'm like, whoo, my head hurts a lot all of a sudden.
With Dan, okay. I'll start from the top here. So, this episode is sponsored by Cash App. Cash App is here to make earning money fun. Other debit cards are boring, but with Cash App's personalization feature, I could turn a picture of Jeff the Killer or Smile Dog into my everyday card. Cash App is here to work for you, to earn you money so that you can spend money on the things you love. If you weren't up to speed already, Cash App is way more than just a safe way to send or receive money. With the Cash App card, you can unlock a ton of perks without all the hidden fees. Enjoy benefits like exclusive early access to nationwide concert pre-sales for artists like Kendrick Lamar. and Sabrina Creepcast, plus discounts on everyday purchases and popular brands you're probably already spending money on. Add your card to your digital wallet to make your money move easier. Cash App also adds security to your money by declining suspicious card transactions and sending you a notification to make sure that the payment is really you. If your card is ever lost or stolen, you can lock it with just one tap in the app. Spend with confidence with the Cash App card today. Download Cash App today and make your money work for you. Visit our link in the bio. Cash App is a financial service platform, not a bank. Banking services provided by Cash App's banks, partners, prepaid debit cards issued by Sutton Bank, member FDIC, Cash App Visa, debit flex cards issued by Sutton Bank, member FDIC, the Bank Corp Bank, N.A. pursuant to a license from Visa USA Incorporated. See terms and conditions for the Sutton prepaid card, Sutton debit flex card, and the Bank Corp debit flex card. Cash App Green feature savings, direct deposit, roundups, overdraft coverage, and discount provided by Cash App, a Block Incorporated brand. Visit cash.app/legal/podcast for full disclosures. Thanks, Cash App, for sponsoring this episode. Soon he realized he had not left the house in weeks except to go to the bank and buy groceries. He felt hammed in. He wanted ham. He felt hammed in.
He's hammed in. He's put so much hand on the door he can't get through. That's why he's stuck.
It's the only thing Daniel will eat. With Daniel acting mute, he hadn't had an actual conversation with anyone in weeks. So he called his mother. The connection was bad and her voice sounded faint, on the verge of being not there at all. I guess I'm okay, Ma. Wait, is that Daniel?
That's him faint. No, that's him like on the verge of being not there at all.
Oh, okay. I thought it was... I totally missed. Okay. All right, sorry. I guess.
Hold on, no, that is Daniel. That is Daniel speaking.
Yeah.
But he's like,
I guess I'm okay, Ma. He said, pausing to wipe the sweat from his palms and then make sure he could hear Daniel playing in the next room. But things have been a little rough. We had a break-in.
Oh, how awful!
Mom said.
Did they take anything?
Nah, just ran off. It was weird, though. I haven't really felt comfortable since then.
Are you still working at the hospital?
No, Ma. I left last year. You know that.
Oh, well, have you been getting...
Wait. So is this James speaking now?
I don't know. I don't know who the fuck Ma
There's no way
is.
Daniel works at the hospital.
Yeah. Well, I'll say it. Hold on. With Daniel acting, he had an actual conversation with anyone. So he had called. So he had called his mother. The connection was, he called his mom. So this is
how
him.
old is Daniel? No. Look. Read down. It says,
No, I know.
I guess I'm okay, Ma. And then he said, pausing to wipe the sweat from his palms and then make sure he could hear Daniel playing in the next room. So the story completely forgot to mention that James is the one on the phone. So this is James calling his mother.
But it says that. So he had
read the sentence after.
So he calls his mother. The connection was bad, and her voice sounded faint on the verge of blah blah. I guess I'm okay, Ma. He said, pausing to. I guess I'm okay, Ma. Pausing to wipe the sweat from his palms and then make sure he could hear Daniel playing in the next room. Yeah, there's that. But so is it supposed to?
It's James. It's James.
Why is
Daniel's like 7. He's not working at the hospital.
So James is talking to his mom.
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, James works at a hospital and he can't afford a doctor's visit for his son. Well, he doesn't get like coverage with that.
Well, I would assume he had pretty good health insurance, but so I'm just going to read this as James. So.
Oh, well, have you been getting out? What about that nice woman you were seeing last year? The one who played the piano?
James scowled.
What?
James scowled. Yeah. Her amazing tribute. She played the piano. James scowled. She was always asking that kind of thing. Didn't she know how hard it was being a single father? That he didn't have the time? He was about to say so when something made him pause. Ma, is there anyone else on the line?
I don't think so.
James was sure he heard it, though. The short, gasping sound of someone trying to hold their breath and failing. A cold feeling crept across the back of his neck. You're sure nobody's listening on your other phone?
Dear, there's no other phone. I'm on the cell. That's why the service is so bad.
Then what is... James stopped. The sound wasn't coming from her end then. He dropped the phone.
I think I can clock back in now. Thank you very much.
All right.
I got some calories in me. Hopefully I don't pass out, but if I start to, we'll just keep going.
I was just saying, at least let it happen. I mean, like, you know.
I'll let it happen.
Give the Sandman the respect it deserves by at least fainting while reading.
He dropped the phone and raced to the hall. The extension hung on its hook, undisturbed. Heart pounding, he hurtled into the garage. Spare phone sat on the workbench. No one was in sight. But could they have been? Could someone have been here all along, listening to his phone call and then slithered away? Might they be here even now? The next day, he took out the extra phone extensions. He even filled in the jacks with rubber cement. Okay.
Listen.
Daniel watched him work.
He even filled the jacks with rubber cement. Why? Why did you do that, James?
We all have that laying around. Some rubber cement.
I got all the gorilla glue and extra Lego pieces I had and jammed them in the outlet so no one could stick anything in.
Daniel watched him work, eyes curious. James offered no explanation. He began giving Daniel a light physical exam every week. His CNA, I like how it immediately jumps into him being like a trained healthcare professional.
Well, see,
even though there's no mention of it with the doctors earlier.
Well, no, that's why they had on the phone call. That's why the mom had to be like, "Are you still working at that hospital?" "No, Mom."
I know that, but he's been to 2 hospital visits before, and it's never mentioned he was a former healthcare
Well, that's because, like I said, that's because they probably wrote this part, and someone's like, "He knows how to do this." And he's like,
there we
shit.
go. Exactly. Yeah, literally. Which you would think on a second draft, which bold to assume this story has one, but you would think on a second draft, you would be like, hey, maybe don't have him visit the hospital so much at the beginning of the story.
The Sandman, draft 2. The Opium Chronicles.
This time, everyone pissed each other's pants.
Yeah, the Piss Chronicles.
His CNA training was a little rusty after a year on disability, but you never really forget. It was something. Why did he take him to the doctor for an exam? Whatever.
Also, we haven't established why he's on disability, right?
No,
because
I'm left a year ago, but we don't know why.
I'm wondering if that's okay. So that I feel like they're setting something up there. Okay, just making sure.
That's a bold assumption. It's bold to assume that this is a setup and not just a thing that's happening.
I believe in the Sandman. The Sandman.
Okay.
Draft 2.
It was an absurd thing to do, of course. Even if there was a physical cause for Daniel's behavior, it would be nothing he could discover this way. And he was aware on some level that it was compulsive behavior. Nevertheless, it made him feel better. One morning, James set the diaphragm of the stethoscope against Daniel's chest, but he could not locate a heartbeat. He moved his hand in search of the right spot, to no avail. Then, to test it, he listened to his own heartbeat. It came through steady and clear. But when he checked Daniel again, he didn't hear anything. A thought came unbidden to him of the Tin Man in The Wizard of Oz, whose chest was empty as a kettle. That's a crazy line to draw.
That is that's an insane first thought. I couldn't hear my son's heartbeat.
I can't feel my son's heartbeat.
Like the Tin Man in The Wizard of Oz.
You ever seen Wizard of Oz, Daniel? Daniel just looks at him. Oh, that's right. Not speaking. Right.
He's purple and blue. Eyes have cataracts. You ever seen a Wizard of Oz, Daniel? He's like, still giving the silent treatment, I see. Methinks your heart's like that of the Tin Man, or even the Grinch.
At the end of this, it's going to be like Daniel's been dead and he's just dragging his body around.
I think that Daniel? I think we are getting to that spot, actually. I don't know.
We very well might be.
Also, do you remember
Sick
what the do
feel.
you remember like this story yet? Like, is it coming back or is it still okay?
No, I remember the beginning with the guy on the edge of the bed, but I didn't remember anything but past that.
Okay. So this so nice. So it's almost like revisiting it for the first time. Okay.
Yeah. A sick feeling rolled his stomach. He threw the stethoscope down and grabbed Daniel by the shoulders, looking into his face. Daniel stared back with bright eyes. He even smiled a little with the corners of his mouth. James felt the tingle of tears. He swept his son up in his arms and hugged him. And Daniel hugged back. And James put his shirt back on him and sent him to play. The stethoscope, he decided, was broken. He threw it in the trash. Because that's how stethoscopes work. You can just break them.
This one's defective. It heard my heartbeat fine, but not my son. Also, I'm going to send my zombie child. All right, here, put your car shirt back on and go outside and play zombie child. You see him just dead spread at another kid. And there's like this like sound.
See, my mind, like the son's completely dead, and he just puts a t-shirt on him and hucks him out the back door into the yard.
Yeah, like airport luggage. Just fucking yeah. Go play Superman. Excelsior.
Go play Superman.
Is it a bird?
He comes out like 2 hours
it's
later.
Daniel's dead corpse.
He comes out like 2 hours later. He's still in the same crumpled pile. He's like, "You have fun?"
Yeah. There he is. Yeah, Mr. Kryptonite himself. Come on, Daniel, make lasagna.
I just want it to be pointed out that the creepypasta.com says that this story has a 14-minute read time.
We are on almost an hour.
Yeah.
Right. I feel like, listen, there's been a lot of tangents, but I feel like we've been reading it at a healthy pace, so we are not that far down on the webpage. I just want to put that out there.
Well, the website lies. There will be like 2 hour stories that's like, it's like 30 minutes.
Okay.
Things got worse. James's terrors were no longer relegated to the long hours of the night. Now it seemed that something creeping, some skittering and scuttling, some unknowable noise in some dark corner of another filled every second of his day. The thought of how big the house really was started to weigh on him. There were so many rooms he wasn't in at any given time, so many places someone or something else could be. He imagined strange figures occupying the rest of his home when he wasn't around, melting into the walls or merging with the shadows whenever he turned on a light or opened a door. How would he know if they were there? How could he ever know? Soon he didn't even have to be outside of a room to imagine it. When he walked up the stairs, he pictured pale figures lurking beneath them. When he went down the hall, he pictured a crawling thing slithering behind the walls, shadowing his every step. If he sat too long in the same chair, he imagined that it was right behind him. And he was never comforted when he turned around and found nothing there, as he could only guess that meant it had moved swiftly and silently behind him once again. Wherever he was not looking right now, that was where he imagined it to be.
Got it.
The entire paragraph is that last sentence. Yeah.
Got it. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. So if I was looking north, the creature would be south.
Yeah, instead of creature, it keeps saying thing. It keeps like there's a thing in this room. There's a thing in that
Do you
room.
think that's because of the like 2-sentence horror thing? Do you think it was a cliche around this time or no?
Oh, this was before 2-sentence horror popped off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Do you remember? Do you think it's the thing of Bleach from Jeff the Killer?
Oh, maybe.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
No. In Jeff the Killer, it says a thing of bleach fell on Jeff. That's the phrasing. Not a bottle, not a container, a thing of bleach.
I wonder if that was like if thing was more innocuous or like I wonder if it was more like
you're giving all this way too much credit.
No. But what I mean is like I wonder if like at the time instead of people saying creature, everyone just said the thing. this thing. Like, I wonder if that was like a 2013 thing, you know?
To whatever kid wrote this, yes.
Yeah. Or, you know, every story was doing it. So their person's just like, yeah, I read that. So then this story also, just because they read it, that's the only thing, like, media or like, that's the only thing they've read. So then they just refer to everything the same way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe. But at the same time, I feel like this author's just like, yeah, it's a thing. That's it.
The thing of bleach.
A thing of bleach is still so insane to me. Like, there's so much about Jeff the Killer, but just a thing of bleach.
Just, you know, just a roundabout way of describing whatever jug of bleach you want to talk about.
It's like, yeah, I have the vague idea of what you're talking about. Sure, I guess.
That's enough. That's fine. As long as it's vague, it's fine.
He was losing his mind, he knew. The only thing that helped him cling to sanity was that Daniel seemed undisturbed. Isn't Daniel not speaking?
Daniel has been disturbed for, I mean,
he's pretty disturbed.
I would assume months
listen
now.
to that. Hold on. The next sentence. Other than his muteness, his behavior was perfectly normal. Okay.
Other than his trauma-induced muteness, he was a pretty cool kid.
And whenever he seemed to sense that his father was troubled, he would hug him or squeeze his hand or even smile. Sometimes, when he left the room, James cried. One night, he found himself creeping around the house with no lights on at 2 o'clock in the morning. If the intruding thing had taken... Yeah, James.
Okay.
If the intruding thing had taken to violating his daytime activities, then he would get revenge by confronting it on its own terms, the night. And really, night was no more frightening to him now than day. They were almost interchangeable. You can just get rid of that last sentence. He padded barefoot down the halls, up the stairs, in and out of disused rooms. How big is this house?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, what fucking mansion do they live in, dude? It's like the fucking, what is it, the Winchester house or something. I keep trying, because that's like, I was going to say this too earlier, and this is a good time to say it now, is when these stories don't tell, like the amount of stories we've read that I have pictured it being in the same house, because I've like articulated in my mind what a house looks like. I wonder if viewers do you do that at all?
Oh, yeah.
There's like a Midwest.
It's always a real house I'm using for reference.
Yeah, like a house that is like baked into my memory somewhere that's not my own, you know, like maybe a friend's house, but Midwest houses have like a very particular layout. And I keep picturing this certain layout for this thing, like where the hallway is at, like a little staircase, the living room kind of area. So whenever I hear that he's like looking, I'm like, he's walking like maybe 20 feet back and forth. You know, like how big is this fucking house that he's in?
He's like Bruce Wayne in like the giant mansion.
Yeah, my family left me this giant manor. Sandman.
Did I mention I'm in the Overlook Hotel?
Yeah, I forgot to tell you. I'm in the Overlook Hotel.
Sometimes he stopped to listen, hoping to locate it by sound. It was a stealthy, creeping thing he knew, but it was awkward at times. And it couldn't always keep its strangely shaped limbs from making their distinct, irregular footsteps. The smallest noise would give it away. There was one room he suspected it spent most of its time in, the spare bedroom. Not a bedroom at all, really. More like a closet. Just
Scratch that last thing I just said.
He's in the spare bedroom, but not really a bedroom. It's more like
not a lot
when
like
we got
that,
the
babe.
house, we thought I could use it as a sort of office, but then after that, it made more sense for the office to be in the veranda. So because of that, it sort of became a utility space like that. Or like a closet, just large enough to accommodate a bed if one were so inclined.
Like kind of like
If one were so inclined. Oh
my God! It's reading like a joke. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
It was unpainted and uncarpeted and drafty. He'd always meant to fix it up. He didn't come in here very often because he disliked the bare, unused look of it. made him think of a partially dissected corpse.
So James is 100% a psychopath, right? I just want to.
Oh yeah, of course.
I just want to put that out.
He's dragging his body around.
The son has got to be dead, right? I don't want to go into an empty room because it makes me think of a dissected corpse. What the fuck are you talking about, James? Throw up a
Never
poster,
thought that in my life,
what the fuck? I had a funny poster of dogs playing poker, but I was too scared to put it up.
His son comes up to him and is like, Dad, can you just like do drugs or something?
Yeah, you're not supposed to talk.
He came in now, though. If the thing made its nest any one place in the house, this would be it. Of course, there was nothing there now. That didn't mean there was nothing there.
Wait, what are you
Just, I mean, at some point, man, it's like, whatever you want, story.
What
Sure.
are you talking about? Of course there was nothing there now, but that didn't mean there was nothing there. What the fuck do you... How else am I supposed to decipher that? Oh, God.
He cursed, running a hand through his sweat-damp hair.
Shit.
What was he missing? How did it hide from him? What was its secret? He peered into the room's empty corners one by one, getting his face a few inches from the plaster and floorboards so that he could be certain that there was no space for it to conceal itself. He just looks so stupid, like going to all the corners, just like leaning in all over. The light bulb flickered. He froze. My God, he thought, it's on the ceiling. He pictured it crawling above him like a huge, pale lizard. That's how it gets around, he thought. That's how it escapes any time I should have it cornered. It just scuttles up the wall and hides right over my head. He imagined it dangling down behind him like a spider. If I turn around, he thought, it will be there, hanging with its face right next to mine. He held his breath. He did not want to turn around, but he had no choice. It was between him and the door. With a quiet sob, he rounded on his heels. Of course, he was alone. There was no man on the ceiling. He checked twice. Maybe it crawled out and was waiting for him in the hall. But when he checked there, the coast was once again clear. It should have been a relief, but it was not. After all, it had been in here somewhere. If the ceiling was not its trick, that just meant it was something else. Something even more strange, even more clever. So the visual motif of like someone standing in a room and they're looking for something on the ground and the light flickers and they think it's because something passed in front of the light, that in isolation is good.
Yeah.
I like that idea. But it's so bogged down by everything else. Oh. He went to Daniel's room. He had not stopped checking on him at night, like he always had. This time, though, rather than open the door, he listened at first, pressing his ear against the grain of the cheap wood and holding his breath, terrified that he would hear a skittering sound on the other side of the barrier. What he heard instead shocked him more. Daniel was talking to someone. James recoiled for a second, and then, when he caught his breath, he all but kicked the door in. Daniel was already awake, indeed, sitting up in bed, but he was not saying anything now. The light flashed on, and James stalked halfway into the room before stopping, suddenly torn. What did he want more? To confirm that his son could speak again, or to find whomever he was speaking to? The creak of a door hinge settled the matter for him. He ran to the closet and threw it open. There was nothing inside, or at least nothing that shouldn't be there. He swept aside clothes on their hangers, but nothing was hiding between them. Then he dragged the toy box out and emptied it onto the floor. Nothing. He combed along the bare walls and floor, and yes, the ceiling, pushing aside every last bit of rubbish and stray knick-knack so that he could be sure, absolutely sure, that nothing was hiding. All the while, Daniel watched him. After a few minutes, James was panting and covered in sweat, and the closet was bare, and there were neither intruders nor answers inside. It struck him as funny somehow, and he started to laugh very quietly. He kicked his son's toys out of the way as he went to sit down on the bed, dazed. He became aware, all at once, of several things. First being that he had not slept in days and was nowhere near his right mind. The second was how close he'd come to really losing it, for good. Tomorrow, he decided, they would both sleep until the afternoon, and when they did wake up, he and Daniel would get out of this creaky old house. No more staying cooped up like prisoners, and no more checkups, no more dreams about monsters. He would even take the bars off the windows. It was time to get back to living like real people again. It was time to... James saw it when he brushed a hand through Daniel's hair. He pulled Daniel, a little too roughly, closer. His son acquiesced to the examination without fidgeting or complaint as James pawed the side of his head, hoping that he was seen would somehow stop being apparent. He stared and stared until he ached from not blinking, but there was no denying what was right in front of his eyes. Daniel was missing an ear.
What?
All right, well.
What? So he has no heart, no
missing-
ear. Okay.
He has no heart, no ear. You know, it happens sometimes, I guess. No.
Sandman.
Sandman. No. He realized with both mounting nausea, both ears.
Wait,
There
so
was no injury, no incision, no mark where they should have been. Simply smooth, blank flesh.
it's like the cone heads with their pay, like their asses. There's no ass crack. It's just like flat. So there's no. So what? He's just like they just removed it, Mr. Potato Head, whatever. Fucking like. Even then, there's no hole. Is that what you say? Just okay, blank flesh. Yeah,
It's
What the
just
fuck?
gone. Nothing. Yeah. As blank as Daniel's quiet, unperturbed demeanor. James swept him up in his arms and ran into the hall. He was not sure where he was going or what he meant to do when he got there. He just knew that there was now nothing more important than getting his son out of that house. But their path was cut off. A naked man sat in the hallway with his back to them. No, not a man. James recognized its stretched limbs and stooped shoulders. The pale thing squatted on its haunches, rocking back and forth like it was palsied. It almost seemed to be in pain. James hugged his son closer and backed away. Then he heard Daniel's voice.
Daddy.
James turned to Daniel and he heard the voice again.
Daddy.
Daniel's lips hadn't moved. James looked back at the hunched figure. Its head jerked when it talked, like a tick.
Hello, Daddy.
James's mouth went dry. It took several tries before he could speak.
Don't call me that.
It is this voice's name for you.
Go away. Leave my family alone.
But I am your family.
The longer it talked, the more the voice became distorted and blurred. An icy feeling nestled in James's stomach.
Who are you?
Someone who came to visit.
Why here?
You invited me.
James's heart thudded against the inside of his chest.
Why?
I had something you wanted.
James licked his dry lips.
You're lying. You don't have anything I want. I want you to leave. Leave and never come back.
Who is Daniel's mother?
James blinked.
What?
Who is Daniel's mother?
What the hell kind of question is that?
How old is Daniel?
James blinked again. Thing's voice caused a pinching pain in the center of his forehead.
Stop asking me these things.
When is Daniel's birthday?
I don't know.
What is his middle name?
Shut up!
What was his first word?
I said shut up!
James wanted to tear the thing apart with his bare hands. Only the heaviness of Daniel in his arms kept him where he was.
You were alone. You wanted a son, so I made one for you.
That's a better direction than I thought this story was going.
Not bad. Let's see it. Gotta stick the landing.
I also have to mention that this is like your worst nightmare. A monster showing up years later for child support payments.
Yeah, exactly. Time to pay up, James.
What is Hunter? What is his mother's name? Shut up!
I don't know. I don't know.
When is his birthday? Get out of my head!
I couldn't tell you.
James's hands began to shake.
That doesn't make sense. Made out of what?
Out of myself.
Jim's stomach turned over.
But now, I need those parts back.
Daniel picked James's shoulder to get his attention. Something was strange about Daniel's face.
Danny, open your eyes.
Daniel scrunched his eyes shut tighter.
Open your eyes. Danny! Danny! Open your eyes! Open your eyes!
Daniel shook his head, trying to refuse, but he couldn't hold it forever. Eventually, his eyelids flicked up and James saw the truth. Daniel's eyes were gone. Ah! James almost dropped him. For a second, he wanted to throw his son down so that he could stop looking into those empty holes in his face. Daniel opened his mouth, as if to speak, but of course, he had no voice.
He is coming back to be part of me again.
No. Give him back! Give him back!
I cannot. It has been too long. I warned you this would happen.
You're lying. You're lying. You're a fucking liar! Give me back my son! Give him back!
I do not lie. I warned you he could not exist forever, but you do not remember. You can only remember what I want you to. You forget all the times we have talked.
Daniel felt like a doll, or an empty bag. His hair was falling out, disappearing before it touched the ground. His hands vanished into his sleeves and his feet rolled up inside his pants cuffs. James cradled the tiny, shapeless thing. Tears streamed down his face. Soon, he held a pile of empty clothes, and then those too were gone. He looked around the house. Toys disappeared, photos vanished from their frames. Daniel's little shoes were no longer by the door. James turned towards Daniel's room and confronted a wall where the door should be. He groped the blank surface, fingertips scrambling. He hit his head against the wall. The pain didn't feel real.
Why did you do this?
It was what you wanted, and I learned so much.
This is impossible. People will ask me. People will wonder. The police, the hospitals, the people in the neighborhood.
They have already forgotten him. They only remembered what I wanted them to. Like you.
James pressed his hands to his aching skull.
Will I at least remember him after this?
You can try, but your mind will fail you. Now that everything he was is part of me again.
James sat on the floor looking at the blank wall. Out of the corner of his eye, he saw the thing creep toward him and even felt its wet hand on his shoulder. But he did not look at it.
If I won't remember any of this, then why tell me?
Because a father should know.
And then James was alone.
That went way too hard for how stupid the story is.
Yeah. I mean, like, if it was another story, I would be critical of, like, the monster kind of explaining everything. But,
Yeah, but
I did
you
not
know,
expect that direction at all.
Yeah, I
like,
mean,
even a little
don't
bit.
get me wrong, it's an exposition dump, but I still, we have not, I mean, like, there's still a little bit to go, but still, like, I'm almost picturing it like a fucking alien. That's why I keep keep thinking it's like some otherworldly being. Anyways, go ahead.
And to me, it kind of looks like the rake, like the gray body with the long arms, you know?
Yeah.
Abigail worried about James sometimes. When they met a year ago, he said that he'd never been married and he never had kids. But there was a certain pained expression he assumed when he said the last part. Abigail knew that look. She met her parents who lost children before. You learned to recognize it. And there were other things about him that worried her too. Sometimes she would find him staring at a particular spot on the wall, brow furrowed in concentration. He did not seem to realize he was doing it. And of course, there was the insomnia and the sleepwalking to consider too. Yes, there was lots to worry about, but she loved him all the same. James still said he never had kids, and neither had she. She'd long wanted one, but it was impossible, and she worried that James wouldn't stay with a woman who couldn't be a mother, though he constantly assured her that it was not so. There were times, and more often of late, they were the nights when James took to sleepwalking, and even Abigail imagined that she had heard strange, scuttling noises in the house and saw impossible shapes in dark corners, when she thought she would do anything, absolutely anything, if it meant having a little daughter for she and James to raise. And at those moments, she became truly afraid, but she never knew why.
I feel like that's the end of the story. I feel like there's a creativity here of like almost like a fear of parentalhood or something. Like I feel like there's an inkling of an idea draped in with probably the times of writing this thing. I feel like if you read a lot of stories around 2013, they would the beginning half, if not the first thirds of this story would probably feel very similar to a lot of them, I would assume.
Yes, absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like in tone and description and stuff. Just the way that things are presented. Because even it started to get in, because we've read some stuff too, where it's like, it's a lot of vignettes of like spooky things, where it's like, you don't really know, what. It's just kind of like, and then this spooky thing happened. And the next day, this also spooky thing happened. But I do think that the author had like an overarching idea that wasn't just like, isn't this creepy? I feel like there was probably something a little more inspired there. Reading some of the comments by the way from 2014 are very funny. Just want to say that.
What are they saying?
Yeah. From WWE Rock S88, December 21st, 2014 at 12:52 a.m. All right. He said, the first thought that popped into my head was reading the first thought that popped into my head while reading the first two paragraphs was Metallica. They have a song named Sandman. Plus the lead singer's name is James. Anyway, great story, very creepy. I thought that was funny. It's one of the probably one of the most popular songs ever. If you didn't realize, there's a it's just kind of I just thought it was funny.
You may have not known this, but there's a song named after that guy. Did they name it after the creepypasta?
So obviously it's tackling like a loss of like a kid, right? Or something. I mean, like there's got to be like
well, I feel like I kind of agree with you that it feels like it's about like a fear of losing a child more so than losing one, but the child was only created because he wanted it, and I will say I agree with you. In contrast to where the story started, this went in a lot better direction than I was expecting.
Yeah, I will say the beginning. First off, I mean, just to follow up on that last point is, as we've gotten older, I mean, you have a kid now, all that stuff, all of those things feel like they're hitting a lot closer to home in terms of like, as you get older, those kinds of, those stories. So I appreciate if that is the angle of it. It's kind of a fun, unique. We haven't really, I think there's a couple stories that deal with like passing down bad things to your kids or like, like the moth episode of like where it's like the men in the family have to like basically have sex with this like moth creature. To me, that kind of plays into this weird like passing down of like bad traits or whatever to somebody. But I do think it's fun. Now, that being said, the first half of this was the funnest I've had reading a story in a long time, just for how ridiculous it was. I really enjoyed that.
I'm glad you got something out of it. I'm glad me almost passing out doing a breathy, dramatic creepypasta voice.
I didn't want to say it, but listening to you like deep inhale in between all the lines is so good. You're like, James still said he'd never have kids, and neither had she. Dude, it was so good. That was the formula for making money back in the day. that would have got your goat. I mean, it would have been so funny if I just head slammed into the desk. If you would have actually blacked out and then we heard like Kayla scream like Isaiah or something, that would have been so funny. That would have been so good. Yeah, so sick.
I think that was the formula for making money back in the day. Just do a breathy voice and read horror stories online. That's all it took, man.
Yeah. Well, I think that it's always interesting. We've said this before, but it's always interesting when you go back and you look at a story that's from this time. You know, I feel like for some it's going to be nostalgic, and whenever people are, because we also have some pretty like younger fans who were probably too young whenever this came out. Maybe like they were, or like preteen or something like that whenever this was out. And I think like I'm always curious to see is there a charm still to this, or did you have to kind of be there in the moment? Because looking at this story too, I love this feeling that you said where it's like a not gatekeeping, but I guess maybe a little bit, but you take it so seriously and you love it so much that people are like willing to give anything a chance just because they want that fix. It's like It's like being in some kind of like, I don't know, like new wave movement of like music or something where you're just like, you're super fixated. It becomes your entire personality. Because I have a feeling back then too, those people, it was their entire personality, like what they posted online, everything, what they were talking about in schools, all that stuff. And it feels like just such a little relic of that time. I really wish that I would have known about it when I was younger.
Hey man, let's see. Back in the day, you read this, you wait till it's late at night, it's raining outside, you play this, someone's dramatically reading it with scary music. This is the scariest thing you've ever heard. Man, there's like such an innocence and such a just a level of mystique that I feel like is lost now. That, you know what I mean? Because there's so much crazy, well-produced stuff now too, and audiences are so much smarter and all that stuff that I do feel like there's like a level of mysticism that is lost now because of that. Like I love the idea that somebody could just pop on and be like, fuck it, I'm just gonna like write something. I'm an amateur writer and it's going to affect this minority of people in such a positive way. Very, very cool. Well, you know what? I mean, honestly, it makes me, maybe we should redo, maybe we should get back into bedtime sometime, dude. It's still the number 2 episode on What's number 1?
1999.
Oh yeah, I mean that 1999 is one of the classics that does hold up, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, we read that was an early one we read, right?
Yeah, Mr. Bear.
Yeah, that's right, Mr. Bear. Yeah, the whole thing of him, the father dropping off his son, and I'm still appalled by that, but yeah, man, that's crazy though, man. Good Lord, November 14th, 2009 is when 1999 came out. How crazy is that? Yeah. Same with Candle Cove, though. Holy shit. Yeah, very cool. It seems like was there
memory lane,
because there's a lot like Gateway of the Mind. There's 2009, and then we started getting into the 2013 era, which is where I'm pretty sure we got like the hot fanfic. I'm turned on slightly. There's Eyeless Jack. I think that's like when Jeff the Killer probably came out, and then we have stories like this. Was there just like a slight resurgence, like maybe 4 years later or 5? Like, did it?
Yeah. The 2012, 2013 was the hot zone. Okay. It's more so like the 2009 stuff was the prelude, where like people started to read it. If I had to guess, which I could be wrong, I want to say around 2013 is when YouTubers started covering it, and like Reddit had the board and stuff. So it just got a whole new audience. So then more and more people started writing. That's where you had like Jeff the Killer and a lot of the meme ones come from. But I mean, people have been writing horror stories since the internet's been around.
Oh, of course.
But yeah, 2013 is where it kicked up.
You're probably right, because I remember even like 2013, during that first 2012, 2013, that first era of like big Minecraft YouTube people. I remember people were doing like isn't that also when they made a creepypasta about that guy, Herobrine?
Herobrine.
Yeah. Is that not around
Herobrine's
then?
2013, I think.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Or in fact, it says 2010 here on the website. Wow.
Herobrine?
Yeah, that's what it says.
Wow.
That might not
Okay.
be correct. I don't know. But
August 2010 was when the screenshot happened on 4chan.
so then maybe, then if that's the case, then too, definitely around 2013, 2012, all that stuff. Like people were 100% making YouTube videos around then about like creepypasta shit. You know, I mean, so who were the big creepypasta readers back in the day? Like it was the Dark Siminium, and then is it just Mr. Creepypasta? Is that who it was?
There were a ton. There were them. There was like a few. Hold on, let me just type in creepypasta reading,
Because some of these channels have got to be, I mean, way older.
they've been around a minute.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cute. When you type in creepypasta reading, we come up first. That's cute.
It's just kind of cool to see.
Are there channels gone? Is everyone?
I mean, maybe, I don't know.
Dark Siminium, I know a lot of theirs. There's I Read Creepypastas. There was. I hate how much of it's just us now. I feel like Stolen Valor.
Well, I mean, I'm just looking at some of them. It says like 15 years ago, a lot of these people started.
Yeah,
it's just kind of cool. I don't know. Regardless, it's fun. I don't know. I always like whenever we read one of these stories. It has some like humor. We laugh, but then you always get a little surprised because you know for a fact that these are, even if they are well-established authors now, I bet you anything they were at like their most amateur here. You know?
Oh, of course.
And you can see the little bit of to where I'd be curious.
A lot of people cut their teeth here. You know?
Yeah. To where this is the part where I'm like, I wonder if people back then, or I wonder if people now would, if this author of the Sandman, if this person was still writing, you know, I would love to read something now to just be like, what was that progression been like? Has there been a progression? You know, if they were consistent with it, obviously there has been, but it'd be kind of cool to see regardless. But you know what, guys?
Yeah.
That is our episode today. Like I said, on Patreon, we do have an exclusive episode for the Pastel Man. If you want to read, that's another classic. Also one of Isaiah's favorite childhood authors. So please feel free to go support there if you want some extra stuff. If not, no biggie. Also, thank you to all the people listening on Spotify and all the audio platforms right now. It does help us out. We appreciate you. Until next time, guys, stay creeped and read some old creepypastas, man. This was a fun one.
Stay creeped. And make sure to send someone to get Hunter's child support payments. I don't know. I'm going to go eat so I don't pass out. Bye.